Jake, what does the path forward look like now to avoid this shutdown in 12 hours and 57 minutes?
The path is quite easy. 8 Democrats, including Chuck Schumer and John Fetterman, vote for cloture. That is a procedural motion that allows Republicans to vote on effectively the CR. Republicans could pass that at a simple majority threshold. That passes, it goes to the president, he signs it, and it's over. That's it. This wasn't terribly complicated. It shouldn't have been terribly complicated from the beginning. The question I have, Jose, is if this is where Schumer was going to end up in allowing a vote on this, I don't know why he didn't end up there a while ago. If he believed the shutdown was bad, I don't know why he played the tape on or played the game on this is damaging, they don't have the votes, etc. If you're going to fold quickly, don't draw it out. There was a lot of missteps in this process. The first misstep being during the negotiations, they didn't really have a coherent ask of Republicans. They said, well, we need to limit Donald Trump's spending. Of course, with Donald Trump being president, that would never happen. They didn't try to, as Brendan's bosses did when they were in tough positions, they made asks that would tempt the other side. That didn't happen here. So really, in a lot of Democrats that I've been speaking to, their estimation, a misplayed situation. Schumer let House Democrats walk the plank. A lot of them voted, all but one of them voted against this bill in the House. And now he's turning around and letting Republicans pass this in the Senate. So a dispiriting day if you are a Democrat.
Jake, why would he do that?
I don't know. I don't know why. I'll be honest with you. If you're going to fold quickly and rip the Band-Aid off. He didn't have any cards here. He had 0 cards to play. And he played the cards that he had, and it ended up here. So I don't know why from the beginning he just didn't say, listen, you know, we don't want to shut the government down. This bill's terrible, but we're going to let it go. Effectively what he said last night. I don't understand why that wasn't the message from the beginning. And quite frankly, why there wasn't any coordination between House Democrats and Senate Democrats. The whole thing doesn't make sense to me. It was badly, badly misplayed and has left Democrats quite angry.
And Val, I mean, Senator Schumer joined my friend and colleague Chris Hayes last night on his program, responding to some of the pushback he got from fellow Democrats. Listen to some of it.
I knew I'd get criticized, but I felt obligated for the country, for my Democratic caucus, to the people, to explain how bad a shutdown would be. And if we went into a shutdown and everything bad happened, I had to give people this warning.
Val, how do you see it?
Well, good morning, Jose. And look, I believe that there are some Democrats, some of them in leadership, who are still trying to respond like these are normal times. These are not normal times. Now, let me get this straight. The Republicans negotiated their bad bill among themselves. We had a House member and a U.S. Senator, GOP, who voted against it. There was absolutely, those who voted for it, let me say, many of them were under duress. It was like they had a gun to their heads. They were being threatened by the White House. There was absolutely no coordination with House Democrats to get Democratic input. And now the GOP wants the Democrats to basically come to their rescue and support what everybody knows is a bad bill. And so I believe this is just one of those moments. We're not in normal times. We're in unusual times. And I think Democrats are correct. Yes, tough. But I think they are correct. They're not voting to shut the government down. They're voting against a bad bill that would give President Trump and Elon Musk even more power to dismantle the federal government as we know it. And so this is just one of those moments in history. And these are not normal times.
So, Val, I'm just trying to. So, if you were in the Senate, not at the House, where you served, you would be a no vote, conscious of the fact that would.
Jose, let me say this. I kind of liken it to a blackmailer, right? These are not normal times. Donald Trump is not a normal president. You know how a blackmailer will ask for, let's say, a large sum of money. You give it to them thinking it's over, and then they come back wanting absolutely more. more unreasonable things. And I believe Democrats will find themselves in the same position in September, but the stakes will be absolutely higher for the American people. And I applaud Democrats for not allowing or voting to give Trump and Musk even additional power to screw over the American people.
Brendan, you were working with Boehner during the 2013 shutdown and for Ryan at the beginning of the 2018 shutdown. How do you see this?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have far too much experience with shutdowns. And what I can tell you is that they never end well for the party that is diving headlong into one. And you can make whatever argument you want about how this isn't a shutdown and you're for something else and it's the other party's fault. You're always going to lose. And the Democrats were set to lose here. And I think Chuck Schumer has been through some of these. He knows that. Chuck Schumer actually triggered a shutdown over Dreamers, you may recall. It lasted a few days. He got hammered and he eventually folded. It happens the same way every time. So why are they doing this? Why is Chuck Schumer sort of folding here? Because he knows he has no other option. You can be really upset that you don't like what Donald Trump is doing, but your only recourse here is a government shutdown. And I have never seen a government shutdown result in anything other than a demoralizing fold, either days or weeks into it. And he knows that. It's not fun to make anybody vote for it. And I do think it's important to appreciate this Republican bill is not anything particularly controversial. It's a simple CR. It keeps in place the spending levels that you had under Joe Biden. There's nothing really objectionable about that. Democrats just want something they can't have, which is power to do something about Donald Trump. And it stinks being in the minority. Trust me, I know. When you're in the minority and there's nothing you can do, it's not fun. And people yell at you and say, do more. There's just nothing you can really do. And a shutdown doesn't change that. It just makes you inflict a lot of pain on the country and then ultimately gain nothing at the end when you fold. So I understand why Chuck Schumer is doing it. It's not fun, but that's the life in the minority.
And Val, is that life in the minority?
Well, look, this particular bill has absolutely, we see what Donald Trump is doing. And I think it's amazing how now we're supposed to convince America. We've been in a free fall since January 20th. Now we're supposed to convince America that, no, it's the Democrats' fault that tens of thousands of federal employees are being fired, that there's an effort to go after programs that all of the American people depend on. No, we're not in a good place, but this is not, there is nothing in this bill that holds the administration accountable. There's nothing in this bill that says the monies that have already been appropriated will go to the programs that they were originally intended for. And I don't think this bill is going to do anything to prevent what we are seeing
Val,
right now.
It's a CR,
I think
right?
the pain and suffering
CR is but Val, it's a CR, right? It is a CR, which is a continuing resolution. It is bringing back to the Biden 3 years ago budgets, but it's a CR. It isn't the one big, wonderful bill.
No, it is not. But these are not normal times. And look what we've seen in the last 2 months happening to the American people. There is nothing in this bill that will guarantee that President Trump and Elon Musk will not continue to fire thousands, 100,000 government employees. Yeah, we're concerned about a shutdown, but let me remind, Democrats have been the party that has been fighting back, pushing back, trying to stop the bleeding of the American people. And there's nothing in this bill that says that it will get better and not worse. We're not in normal times. This is not a normal administration, and I don't trust them.